We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Money GPS Live. Thank you for coming on today. We're waiting for everybody to get in the house, Just pulling up the control center on my end here. All right. Welcome everybody for coming on into the Money GPS Live. This is where people who want the truth come. This was a hilarious day for anybody who loves the Federal Reserve like I do. Janet Yellen, I haven't heard what she had to say, but I'd love to hear that. All right, GPS, I want very low risk but high returns in the next week. That sounds like a very good thing to want. I'm feeling bullish on the total global economic collapse. Yes. Yes. I'm not prepared to need more time. Yeah, I know. That's the way it is, right? But it doesn't happen overnight. So you still have time no matter what it is on any level of preparation, okay? Take those steps. You can make it happen. All is good. Plenty of ink in the printing press. It is just so true. You know, are you referring to, John, are you referring to Janet Yellen? That is the issue. They are dealing with inflation. Hello, David. Hello. Thank you for coming on in. From Jordan. Awesome. Chris, thank you for joining. Whoa. The Money GPS Live. What Jerome said today. Okay, so I'll wait for a few people to get in here. We got 100 people so far. I watched a bit of the conference, read the statements, and oh my goodness, it was brutal. Good evening. You said in an early episode that Japan was finished or something to that effect. What does that mean? So basically, all the real investors have left Japan, and now you're left with the actual Bank of Japan as well as the main pension there, the government pension fund. So there's no real investor goes to Japan. There's no real money going there. So it's gone. It's over. Checking in. Spain. Good stuff. We got so many people coming in. All right. Let's go, people. No letting off easy tonight. He didn't even make 2 hours. It's too much, but it's fun. I love being here live with you guys. It's fantastic. Even though the channel's views have gone, I don't know if it's coincidence, but ever since I started doing the lives, the views have just plummeted, even worse than before. But I'm just glad you're here. That's all. I love this show. Thank you. Let's go. Powell and Yellen, 2 bingo players. Seems like that. You think they don't know what they're doing? They're going to fix the economy for us. Stop panicking. Nothing happening. There's no inflation. But good stuff. If anybody wants to add a little sarcasm, you got to let me know which is sarcasm, because sometimes people actually believe that stuff. Speak the truth. We came here for Nashville, Tennessee, back in the house. Thank you. The dollar's in circulation, too big. That is true. Tampa, Florida. It's true. It's booming. A lot of places in Florida are. A lot of people are leaving places like California and New York to come to Florida. They're tired of the high taxes. They're tired of the regulations. They're tired of all the nonsense. So they're leaving other places and they're trying to find what's best. Now, I don't know if necessarily that's where you want to be, but some people do. That's where they're going. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Hi, David and all. Welcome. Okay. All right. And just when I think I'm getting to the end of the chat, now we have 50 more. Okay. Awesome. Good work, guys. Okay. Here we go. Bernard, I'm just happy that people are here to learn. I mean, for me, myself, I learn every day. And what I learn, I share with you guys here on the channel. That's the goal of the channel, is to just share what I've learned. That's all. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Keep the truth coming. Will do. Will do. I consistently think to myself, should I just shut the channel down? I've thought of that many times before, almost every day. And so, you know, that's a consideration I have, but every time I get the positive messages, it just keeps me going. And I'm very thankful for that. So I'll keep going. I'm trying to pump up not just like the YouTube. I'm trying to do different stuff. I've kind of come to realize that people don't want necessarily like the whole truth. There's like a group of people who want the real like stuff you can't say on the platform at all. And then you get the other people who just want the plain vanilla kind of thing. And because I exist kind of in the middle, I could definitely see that what has happened to the channel. But there's still a group of people that they just want the truth. So I thank you for being here. How does the Fed keep pumping $120 billion a month? It's they have an unlimited amount of money that they can pump into the system. Of course, if you go to the extreme, let's say they were to print a quadrillion every day, they would dilute the dollar so fast that it would hyperinflate it and it would become worthless. So they do it over like a slower period of time, and that way people can't tell what's happening. If you look at the hyperinflations that exist today, it's clear, it's obvious. You're hyperinflating the dollar, you're doing this, they could point to that. But if you do it, you stretch it over 100 years, nobody notices. No pitchforks. Thank you. Thank you for coming on in. Any news on the CBDCs? Nothing in particular that I have to share at this time. It's all sort of the same deal from what I covered in my last video. Hi, Ann. Thank you for coming in. Great to be back again. Yes, I appreciate that. No meaning no changes. No changes. I totally did not see this Fed decision coming. Yeah, seriously. Here for the truth. Bahamas. Thank you, Bruce, for coming on in. It's 3 a.m. here. John, good stuff. He's here for the truth. And everybody, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. We got 86 people in the house right now. Over 600 people have come in already. There are people who want to know the truth, and that's why I love this. Bitcoin. What does everybody think about Bitcoin? What do you think? There seems to be two camps. There seems to be love it and hate it. And there's not really that many people that exist in between that are kind of saying like, hey, I see the benefits of it, but there's also some downsides. I feel like there's just two camps. Let me know what you think. And I wanted to bring something up before I get deep. I mean, I'm already knee deep in the questions, but I want to bring something up. The changes that I have done to the channel so far, being the little introduction there, the Money GPS insights. What I've done is I've shrunk the introduction to be like from 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, down to about 40 seconds. And I put, the whole green screen that you see here, that the background, and I put the little graphics, the text that comes up on top. The Money GPS insights, which I have added, the little background music at the end, and so on. Just like overall, is the channel better or worse now? Be honest. Put it in the comments below. Is the channel better or worse for the changes I have made? It's a binary thing. Is it better or is it worse? Oh, I'm putting my face in the corner. All of that considered, is it better or worse? Please let me know. I appreciate your comments right here. Okay, let's go on with the questions, but that'll take me a while to get through the questions. Please understand that as I go through the questions, I'm like 10 minutes behind. So it takes me a while to get through, but I want to know your thoughts on that, okay? So let's take a sip of water and let's go. Greetings. Hyperinflation is coming. It looks like it, at least in the longer term. The show is killing my mornings. Gastonia, good stuff. Checking in. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Is the 1 trillion repo going to be the tipping point or just another milestone? I think just another milestone, personally. I think it just shows you how terrible the financial system is. What are your thoughts on Cash Fridays being a response to counter the CBDCs? I'm sorry, I don't really understand that question. Your thoughts on cash? Thoughts on cash? Fridays being. I'm sorry. Do you mind? Just clarifying that? Borrow 400,000 to buy a $100,000 liability. I don't think that makes any sense. Don't forget to smash the likes. That's right, Bruce. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Central banks make housing unaffordable. Extreme expansion of the balance sheets and extreme interest rate policy of the central banks are the main cause. When will the politics intervene? The politics are not going to intervene, but what I would say to that is, honestly, I don't think people care. I think they actually see the Federal Reserve, the central banks, as good. That's generally the consensus I understand, which is probably part of the reason why people don't like this. Like a lot of people don't like the channel, like more of a broader spectrum of people, is because they don't want to hear that. It's the truth, but they don't want to hear it. All right, there's about 500 comments I have to get to. Let's see how we do this. All right, here we go. The market need for your approach and service. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello, hello, my friend. All in all, just another brick in the wall. That's right. Pink Floyd. It's got a message for you. Anything you have, the Fed can print double. Yes, that's right. What should a nothing YouTuber creator with just a few videos do like me? You have to create videos every single day. I would post content on all the other social platforms as well to bring the external content into the platform. I'm actually considering one thing to do, and I'll talk about this more in the future, but I'm going to start to do myself and there's a business partner and friend, a consultant of mine, that we're going to work together to start to help people launch their own businesses, whether that's a social media based business or whether that's a business that can basically use social media as marketing, give them all the tips and so on. That's going to be sort of like a consultations that we'll do, but I haven't talked about that other than right now. If that's something you're interested, just send me an email. But at this point here, I would say just create as much as you can. 162 watching, 72 likes. We could do better than that. Yes. Thank you, Merlin. We got to do it. YouTube doesn't allow opinions anymore. That's very true. If you have time to listen to George Gammon interview Peter Van Meter, so some scary truth. Yeah. George doesn't reply to his email. Well, actually, they did reply to the email. Sorry, they rejected me. All right. Point your YouTube site to a personal website, no strikes. Yeah, but there's no, you don't get the traffic, right? Like I have trouble getting traffic as it is, and I'm already on all platforms. So I post literally on like 8 different platforms every single day, and I barely get any traffic. That's the only problem. What would happen to fixed rate loans and mortgages during the transition to the CBDCs and UBI? I don't think that the two will correspond. I think they just decide what they want at any given moment. Fed just announced that prices will be permanently higher. Yeah, basically, for those who watched the meeting, you would have seen that. He said you're looking at year over year and so on, but everything is fine. This is how crazy they think people are so stupid. Okay. He says, everything is doing so great. There's a robust growth in the economy. You got to see it. It's fantastic. But we can't increase interest rates at all. We're not even it was funny. We're not anywhere near increasing interest rates. Don't worry, not going to happen. No way, no how. And maybe down the road in the future, we're going to start talking about tapering. These two things don't correspond. He's talking out of two sides of his mouth. Jerome Powell. Are you on Odyssey? Yes, I am. The Fed did a good job today. Yes, at calming the markets. I agree. Good evening, you all. It's nice to be here. Thank you for coming on in. Thanks. People believe in the fairy tales. Yes, they do. Yay, more free money. Give me free money. Yeah, that's right. That's what people want, right? BTC is useless. Some people think that. Hi, David. Thank you, Jason, for coming on in. David, can you tell people why UBI is stupid? Um, you know, I've never seen it actually implemented. I can tell you that. I think it belongs in a laboratory or maybe a textbook or something. To actually implement it, I think it's I just don't know how that would ever work. They tell you that they're going to do this, they're going to tax this group of people only, and you won't have to pay an extra dime. You're just going to get more. We're going to tax those people, you're going to get more. And just there's been like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of examples of that just not being true. Taxation is theft. I agree. Buy more Bitcoin. It would be pretty hard to print too much money for the USD as there's a world currency, but it can be made weaker. It's already lost something ridiculous like 99% of its value. So, I mean, that's debatable. No Bitcoin, not into Bitcoin, XRP. Bitcoin is turned to surveillance coin. I think Bitcoin is digital fiat. It's Ponzi gamble. So I'm thinking no, most what crypto is the future. One more fake out to 25K, then parabolic. Yeah, maybe. Bitcoin's a little risky, but I think it could be a more of a Hail Mary investment. I accept the cryptoverse. BTC's outdated. XRP is the one. A lot of talk about XRP recently. That's come back in. I mean, like 2017, 2018, that was a huge deal. Then it disappeared for a while. Then it's coming back. Must be some new information. All money is fake. BTC will eventually drop and level. I'm neutral. Okay. Very few people are neutral. Okay. I smashed the like button. Fan of crypto and blockchain. Where do you think BTC is going by end of year? Tough to decide that. If it breaks out past like its current range right here, I think that then it can definitely go much higher. But in terms of right now, you know what? I haven't even checked it right now. I have that open. Let me see. 39. Yeah, so still within that range. It's very mixed. I mean, it's above his 50-day and 20-day moving average. That's good. I didn't have a chance to do some proper in-depth analysis, but I don't know. I would say I would want it to break out a little bit more than that. I like the changes you've made. Thank you, Jason. Better, I think. Worse. It's on too late. Not sure what the reference is. A lot better. I like the live streams. Okay. Better. I like the channel. Better. Okay. Part of the basket of currencies will be accepted globally. Could be an end of dominant money. Yeah, that is possible. Okay, better. The channel's better. Okay, so most people think it's better. I would say. Much better. Bitcoin monoxide crypto. Yeah. Not enough kittens, rainbows, and unicorns. I tried to bring in the kittens a few days ago, and I had a couple people get upset at me, so I just figured that's enough of that. Check this out. You got better over here. Better. All right, we got lots of betters. All right, I appreciate that. Keep fighting the shadow ban. Thank you. It's hard. Honestly, it's real hard. I look at all of these different, tons and tons of different YouTubers who have been around 3 years or something, and their channel just blew right past mine, and they're in the financial kind of deal, and good for them. I think it's fantastic. I just think it's unfortunate what's happened. That's all. Better. I like the lives. All right, good stuff. Better. Either way is fine. Okay. Better. Will the Fed print $8.8 trillion more to save? They'll do anything, yeah. According to what they say, and their actions have clearly dictated that they will do anything they can. Same. Better. The channel's way better and super cool. I'm a huge fan. Awesome. Thank you, Calvin. Like the changes. No discernible difference. Yeah. I mean, the content is generally is the same, really. But some people, they like the visuals, they like it, or some people don't like the visuals. Better. Love the live stream. Awesome. Thank you for a decade or so. Awesome. That's amazing. A lot better. Thanks for doing this. Okay. Yeah, because it takes me longer to produce, obviously, with all the changes. But my hope was that we could break through in the algorithm to get to the next level. So far, that has not been the case. In fact, it's generally been worse. But, you know, I'm just trying to do my best. Yeah, either way, just fine. All right. I like the changes, especially the live streams. Just don't burn yourself out. Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry about that. And now I lost it. Darn. I lost the chat. I think I've lost a whole bunch. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Okay. It's off the rails. Property inflation. This channel keeps better and better. You're the real deal. Genuine. Thank you. Thank you, Kurt. Cash Friday. Cash use only. Okay. Okay. Fridays you only use cash. Will that happen? I don't know. I think we're going away from cash. I think it's done. I think it's gone. In the medium term. Very few people use it. The blockchain instruments, cryptos valued in dollars. The future will be valued in commodities. Okay. I'm losing so many. There were so many comments. I think I lost a few. My goodness. Okay. Property inflation here. We already got that. Fridays only use cash. Better. Thank you. Cash Friday is the movement. You do cash transaction on Friday as much as a person can. Yeah, I think that would be good. But in terms of like it actually happening, just people just they're not going to do it. They like no matter what it is, it's always the path of least resistance. Print it up. $400,000 property loan for a home worth $100,000 at best, and a tax liability. Hello, thank you for coming on in. Okay. Old cars for $40,000, a delusional world for delusional people. That's crazy. I know. You just see the prices of used cars is just ridiculous. Okay, I'm going through. In my opinion, GPS one of the best on YouTube. I do like the added insights. Maybe start a live stream channel so it doesn't mess with your home channel. I've thought about it. I really have. We'll see. You need to make a video every 5 years like he did to get to that viewership. Do you think the USA will shut down again? It might be in certain areas. Certain areas might happen. Well, we won't find out until the fall. Everyone becomes a millionaire by having $3 million in assets and $2 million in liabilities. What a world. It's true. Debt is a very powerful thing. It can crush you very fast, though. That's why they covered it with a love story. That's a lot of videos. Bill Davis has been doing it like 8 or 10 years, but yeah, you make a good point. I like your new format talking about the green screen technology example, alternative housing. Yes, I like that stuff. Didn't do well like with the 3D printing house, but you know, I just found it to be really interesting. Like I want to contact people who have like interesting, cool things. Like I can get some other person in the financial realm on, but I think that it's just interesting to have other types of people. The only problem is when your videos do poorly, then the algorithm sort of like kind of gives you a smack on the wrist, right? So it kind of pushes you down and then you have to regain it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. George Guyman doesn't go on other channels much. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. End of that. Okay. Once prices go up, they rarely come down. That's absolutely true. Just wait. Just wait for the prices you're going to be paying. You haven't seen anything yet. $100,000 Snickers bar in 5 years? Yes. How to spend the last 2% worth of the dollar. Yeah, that's what they're doing now, right? I've never taken Odyssey. Social platforms are completely saturated with content, so everything at once. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of nonsense out there, that's for sure. Awesome. Thank you very much for coming on in again. You give government $100, they give you back $80 free money, right? That's the way it is. So true. I would say that at least half the people in the country are asleep beyond help when the collapse comes. They're the ones we will have to look at for because they'll be dangerous. It's true. That's the thing. You want to wake them up now so that they don't come knocking on your door when the time comes. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, right? Pensions are like a worm on a hook. Yes. Pension bait. Gas over $4 here in California. Yes. It's crazy the amount, but like look at people in Europe, right? People in Europe are paying more than that when you convert it to liters. Are stablecoins a Trojan horse for CBDC? I don't think so necessarily. I think that so much of the cryptocurrencies today will be gone. It's just gone. Parabolic collapse, it's going up, that's for sure. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to go through and just find the actual questions that are directed towards me. I don't have a moderator and everything. I came here for the truth. Thank you. Don't forget, everybody, hit that thumbs up button. Do so. The Federal Reserve today was ridiculous. It was an absolutely ridiculous meeting, just as always. They said the exact same thing, but then the guy's talking, Jerome Powell, so they prepare the statement. That comes out at 2 o'clock. At 2:30, they read the statement, and then they start taking questions from reporters. And the questions that they had were just ridiculous, as always. And it's, you're saying that you want things to be better, but like, what metrics are you talking? Like, how are you going to determine what's better? We don't really have a set. How can you not be able to determine what you want to see when the time is right? Does anybody not realize that? And I've seen everybody's reporting it like, okay, it's just easy money. Like okay, easy money, fantastic. These people, if you just understand what they're trying to achieve, you wouldn't be happy, you'd be upset. But again, that's why the channel's not doing well. Because I can't just sit here and tell you that everything's going to be okay. I can't. There's only one God, and that's gold, silver, and his prophet. I came here for the truth. I think I read that already. Love from Portugal. Thank you for coming on in. Beto and Baba, what do you think about the Chinese stocks going forward? There's a huge risk right now. Some people have gotten in, like even George Soros bought up into Baidu, I think it was. And, you get in at the bottom, obviously, of any dip, and you're doing well. The thing is that really the end of the crackdown? Maybe at least as it relates to the stock itself. But there's been just one company after another. I would also pay attention to the China credit impulse and what's happening with that. That went negative. They are kind of starting to reverse it a little bit. They started to ease just a little bit in China. So, because that brings deflation in when you do reduce it to that level. And that's what they were kind of trying to do, that because it was overheating. But I would say that... yeah, I don't know. I don't know them in particular. I would swing trade it at most. Just a quick. Okay, so there are unlimited cryptos. Why would Bitcoin succeed? If it was the only one, it might work, but it's diluted more and more every day. Yeah, because there's new cryptos coming out. So this is the thing. If it was truly free market, which that's debatable, but let's just say it is a free market system, I would tell you right now, the market is deciding which one to use. So that's the whole point. You're not going to flip from one to the other, to the other, to the other, because the market is basically going to signal this is the one we are going to use. We'll see what happens. I think it's extremely early. Like, they're talking about people that love Bitcoin and cryptos and so on. They talk about like the future elements of it, and I think that's great. But I think we're way far off from what they want to achieve. Okay, that's just me. Thank you all for coming in. Don't forget to sign up to the insiders because that's my way of getting to you. That's the themoneygps.com. It'll pop up for you right away. ETFs are the modern day versions of the CDOs. It's crazy what's happening with the ETFs because there's so much money pumping into them, but you won't be able to sell. I think that's going to be disastrous during the next crisis for ETFs, but I like the ease of getting in. Like, oh, I want to own oil. People don't know how to do futures and stuff, so they're just going to buy the ETFs, which take care of that for you. So it gives you that ease. But of course, there's risks associated with it, especially when you're getting into index funds. People don't realize it's not like I'm diversified. I own the entire S&P, but not really. It actually doesn't work like that. UBI will be needed if there's no more jobs left. Yeah, I get what you're saying here. But why are there no more jobs? I think we need to address that, right? Here, late, what are the bullet points? I think Corey, you want a kind of an overview of what's been happening. Okay, so the Federal Reserve comes out 2 p.m. They say everything's fine. At 2:30, they basically say well, everything's not really fine, but actually it is at the same time it's fine. So they're talking two-faced. Just complete nonsense in the meeting conference, I should say. And so more of the same for the next little while. And they are they basically said, get used to higher inflation. That's kind of the message that I got out of it. I came here for the truth. Thank you. Thank you. No kittens, no puppies. Nobody gets upset about puppies. Yeah, maybe I should try that. I think I lost the chat again. My God, I don't like this thing. Nice move by Chinese stocks to avoid the crash. Are you here for super chat or to help us all? I don't understand. Is this real? Is that a real comment? I think America is too corrupt to get away with cash. Yeah. Should have never shut down in the first place. If you're having issues with traction, why not hire an SEO expert? Backlinks make all the difference. Something I could look into, certainly. Once food starts to rise in price, do you see the value of homes and prices of cars and trucks? Where do you see the value? I think it will stay elevated because right now there's so much demand. So maybe there's a lag. If it happens over too long, then it could start to really reduce the amount of money that people are spending. And I think we'll get that, that information will become known. Honestly, when do you think housing will go back to normal? I don't think for a little while. I mean, it's going to be so exaggerated. Like we're just going parabolic right now. And then I think there's going to be a big dip down if interest rates rise. That's the key. You think cash is corrupt? Wait till blockchain blocks your purchase. I've always appreciated your content. I hope that you reach your goals. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate that. Okay. I think this is multiple. 450,000 at 8% for 30 years or 900,000 at 2%. I'm not sure exactly what the reference is though. Let's be honest, nothing's happening, right? I'm not sure what the nothing is. You got to give, please, everybody, if you could give context to the questions, because I'm not sure if they're referencing something previous in the chat or something I said, especially when I'm kind of 10 minutes behind. When do you think that the supply chain will get back to somewhat normal worldwide? So everything I've been seeing from people in the actual industry is that they believe that prices will come down, that demand will come down a little bit, back into relatively normal territory, but they don't know. So the people in the industry just don't know. It's all a lot of demand and so on. That's really, really made their jobs difficult, but lucrative. All right. Share and smash the like button and leave a comment after the chat helps, and subscribe and notification bell to share all on your social media pages. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody who does that. We got 328 people in here. Welcome to the Money GPS Live. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. This is the one that keeps going forever and ever, apparently, because I don't even think I'm halfway done on the here, and we're already 35 minutes into this. I had my trading view up here. I'm not even getting to that. I got so many comments and questions and everything. I'll try to get to as many as I possibly can. Supply chain is wrecked for the rest of the year. That alone will hike inflation rates. Yeah, like everything coming together. You got the Federal Reserve underlying all of it. You got interest rates super low. People are speculating on all these different things. You've got like supply chain problems and closures and all these different things have added up. And certainly that's gonna have an impact. This is a nice 260 chat. Explain to me what's going on. Yeah, I'm not sure in terms of the Federal Reserve. I could talk all day. Get Richard Hart on. He's forking Ethereum in the same boat with the shadow banning. Got to be careful what we talk about on this platform. I think wheat, soy, and corn futures are good for the next 6 months. What do you think? In general, I would say agricultural commodities. But you got to remember, like, when are agricultural commodities not in demand? Like, it just doesn't happen. However, the prices can come down significantly for a period of time. Right now, yeah, overall, I think it's fantastic. Agricultural commodities in general, just really, really good. You got to see the demand from multiple countries, not just like in your own country, but I would look around. Like what was happening with the whole fake China-US trade deal. Remember that nonsense? The fake trade deal? They were supposed to buy up all these things. So, that gets farmers excited. It gets the speculators excited. And then you look at the actual purchases. Oops, we lied. I've been making so much money, I don't know what to do with it. Awesome. Are you related to Jerome Powell? What do you think we should do to help ourselves and be prepared to what's coming? So thank you for the question. So, okay, if you want like a full description, I would definitely go to the main channel, the Money GPS, on YouTube, and then you scroll down to the bottom, and I've got these playlists there. And one of the playlists called How to and Solutions. The most recent video, I believe, is the most recent video that I did in that playlist. Fantastic, like 15 minutes of just helpful advice right on this. I think that will explain it much better than I can on live. But essentially what we need to do is prepare in every way. Like if you know that something's going to be more expensive 6 months from now, what would you do? If you knew with 100% certainty that the rice that you buy once a month is going to be much higher next year or 6 months from now, what would you do? Would you buy 2? Would you buy 3? Would you buy 4? What would you do, right? If you knew that there's going to be a shortage of something in the next year, 6 months, what would you do? Would you buy it now to secure that you have it? These are the things that you need to ask yourself, right? So that's what inflation does. That's part of the reason why we have such problems is that stores, businesses, commercial, industrial, individuals, on all levels, we are seeing everybody buy as much as they can. So they're not relying on the supply chain as much as they used to before, the just in time, because they're saying, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. So you know what? I'm just going to do this now. I'm going to get it now, and then I'll be certain. But that ultimately creates more inflation. So price inflation because of the demand. So we'll see. I'm just noticing right now, got a notification. CNBC says that the Hang Seng index, talking about China's stock market, going up 2%. Okay, so they're loving the Federal Reserve right now. Globally, all around the world, they love the Federal Reserve and what they're doing. All the central banks will continue to be very loose. That's for sure. So just definitely check out that video for more detailed description. Thank you very much for your question. Do you think the 10-year bond interest rate will go back to the 2020 lows? Anything is possible. I don't have a particular diagnosis on that. I just keep converting it to gold. Now I got too much gold. Okay. I know a guy who manages a Burger King became a millionaire off investing all of his stimmy. Wow. Bought that Dogecoin, I guess. I just got done watching Jeremiah. Okay. Thank you for coming on in. Australia gas, $1 per liter on average, 4 per gallon, right? Yep. So it's so expensive. Wheat, corn, soy, fridge next. What do you think? I just answered that one. I think I got to that already. If we brought back Glass-Steagall, we can put an end to the nonsense of the banking industry to some degree. Certainly better to have it than not have it from what I've read about it and understand about it. They have to keep printing now. The Fed and the government are the market. That's what they say anyway. I believe you, Art. I also believe the furry kittens and unicorns. That's what we need. We need more furry kittens, more unicorns, and less of all the nonsense, okay? That's the real deal right there. Money, I feel you tell the truth and facts to coworkers, and now I feel like the black sheep. Yeah. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. It's crazy. First time responder, long time listener, follower of your channel. Tell me if you think the China Fed coin is going to launch crypto first. So China is going, they already have launched it. So yeah, they're definitely first. The Federal Reserve has talked about doing something with that, but they're way behind on it. I don't think they really need to be honest. They don't really even need it because it's already a digital dollar. Paper dollars are they're just going to shut the paper off. Is the no need to pay rent scheme over yet? Is the Fed giving out more stimulus checks? Yeah, that's all still going on, but they're suggesting that's going to be reduced in the near future. We'll see. I don't really know. Let's see. Hell yeah, I made it to the live show. Thank you for coming on in. Why do we pay taxes if they can print? This is actually a good, very good question, and it makes sense. They literally, forget about even the Federal Reserve, okay? Look at what the government did. They printed up or pumped in literally trillions of dollars, and they gave it to who knows where, this group, that group, this group. Why not just not have to pay taxes? What about that? What about just not paying taxes? Then everybody gets a boost of 20, 30, 40%. Why not? Because they won't do that. Come on. We know they won't do that. Okay. J. Patrick Duffy, thank you very much for the support. Thank you. I can't put the comment on the screen because if I scroll down, I'm going to miss 50 comments. Thank you very much for your support. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Honesty is much appreciated. Thank you. Federal Reserve stated previously that they would begin their interest rate hike in 2022. Do you think they're trying to save face and stick to the original timeline they stated? Yeah, at this point, they're just trying to not spook the markets. I think that's really clearly what it is. And whether or not they're going to increase in 2022, whatever they say doesn't mean anything. It's just worthless. Really? Do you think that something will happen or just talk? I think I already answered. I don't know if I'm repeating myself here. Or if people are asking the question multiple times. Greetings and salutations. Free market was crippled years ago. QE and Corp owned ejected government nearly killed. Yeah, 2008 they broke the markets. They broke it all, in fact. Okay, I'm definitely, there's so many comments coming in. I can't keep up. This was the one with donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. I have literally 100 comments. All right. Okay. Keep telling you will never reach the bottom. Yeah, apparently not. Apparently not. Keep doing payday preps. Yeah, always do what you can with what you've got. I think that's the message. All right. Okay, I'm scrolling through, guys. Pardon me while I just go through as much as I can. All right. There's a lot of ones and twos here. And that's where I am right now. That's where I am in the chat. For everybody who's typed in ones and twos, I am way behind. Fed, what's a correction? Yeah, that's really. You're welcome. Okay, got it. Listening. I will listen to it after this and take notes. Thank you so much. Buy it now and store and prep. Yeah, that's part of the message in that video. Definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much for confirming what's in my spirit. Yes, we need to be aware of what's happening, right? Like, seriously, like a lot of people are just like, don't worry, you know, the government's going to take care of me. I think that's super risky, personally. You're a good guy. I followed you over the years. Question: crypto, privacy coins, thoughts. So I would check out, just go to the search, type in the crypto GPS, and you'll get a full explanation of that. All right. Okay. Just going through as quick as I can here, guys. Just research Lebanon, Cuba's current economic currency devaluation. You know what to do next. Yes, good point. Absolutely. Because you can see it happening in fast time, but we have time right now, right? We have that time. If you're in, you know, a Western country or so on, or you don't have a really big inflation in your country, you have much more time. So you see what they're doing. These people, you know, it happens, let's say, over a year, maybe 2 years, where things get from, well, you know, it's fine, and then it's, oh no, it's not fine. Like that time frame is relatively short. Like, people have to work their 9-to-5 jobs. People are busy. They've got family. They've got lives. And then, you know, before you know it, everything's too expensive. And then what do? Well, let me just try to keep up. Let me hope that things get better. Okay, I'm trying. Then you start to deplete your savings. You start to sell this, sell that. And then suddenly, before you know it, you're in big trouble. Okay. Fed jobs are transitory. Everything with the Fed is transitory. And he actually had to clarify what he means by transitory, which is basically expect higher inflation. That's what I got out of it. Oh, transitory. Yeah. Okay, so this is what it means. Okay, we're looking at data that's going year over year. So obviously you're going to see a spike in the data. And so, yeah, you're screwed. All right. Shiba Inu. Are people still talking about that? That's funny. I was seeing a lot of things about that previously. Okay. I came here for the truth. Thank you for doing so. I have so many, my goodness, so many. Thank you, Mark, for the donation. Appreciate that. Thank you. Did I miss one? Here we go. Sorry about that. Almost missed that. Thank you. I appreciate it. The chat. So on your end, you don't see what I see. It's different. Anthony, thank you. Thank you for your support. Did you see what the Fed said today? They are now limiting the repo market cap at 500 million. When liquidity dries up. Watch out. Yeah, I did see part of that. Maybe they've got something up their sleeve. I don't know. We'll see. I think that they're up to something anyway. like if people just change their mentality, like forget about what the suits and ties on TV are telling you. It doesn't matter, you know, you voted that person in, or they're part of the gang of 535, or they're part of the Fed. It doesn't, okay, forget about that. Okay, just imagine for a second that there's us and there's them. Okay, and that's how you have to remember everything that you do. Take those actions. You have your family, you have those people that you care about and that you have to protect. Those other people out there, look, there are 332 people in this room right now, and certainly I don't answer for everybody, and I'm sure there are people, there's many well-informed people that are not here right now, but just like think about this. I could do a video about, you know, some nonsense garbage, rehashing, you know, what we see in the mainstream, just literally rehashing, don't give any like context to it at all. My channel will be much higher, more important. People think, oh, this is fantastic. But meanwhile, what's happening on a deeper level is that they are taking every single day from you. The inflation that's going on today is actually not, you know, something that's mysterious. Oh, yeah, well, you know, higher inflation, can't figure out where it's all coming from. The real source, the underlying source of the inflation is the expansion of the money supply. They're doing it and they are obscuring all of which we see today by basically covering it up with what's happening. It could have been anything. They could have used any excuse in the book, but this is what they do. So you as an individual, you need to prepare in the ways that are best to you. Like I said just previously, there's a video in the How To and Solutions playlist that I think will be very informative to you. But generally what you got to do is you got to have hedges against the inflation. That goes for your personal life, like in your food. What are you doing? Are you growing a garden? Are you having any storable food in the house? Do you have canned food? Do you have big bags of rice? Do you know, prepare with your finances? Are you all in growth stocks? Is that what you're doing? Is that the way you're going to protect yourself? Might not be the best idea. So different things that you could do. Like I said, I talked about it in there. I got other videos on the how-to and solutions that are beneficial to you. So I hope this little rant does some good. Appreciate all your work. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate your support. Everybody who supported me. I really thank you. All right. Got about 500 more 500 more comments. We're already 52 minutes in. I can't stay forever, guys. I can't stay forever. All right. Winter Olympics. China will bring out the digital ball in full force. Maybe. There's already, I covered $1 billion. There was billions of dollars that have moved through that already. So it's crazy. All right. I'm going through quick, guys. I'm trying to go through as quick as I can. Some have just entered like 5 minutes ago. Yes, it's true. Greetings all. Thank you for coming in again. Appreciate it. My question was right under the super chat. I didn't see it. There's so many. Like, so you see in your chat, but in my chat, if I scroll too far, then it only shows like a certain amount. Let's say like 50 or 100 responses. So then for whatever reason, it just makes the rest of them disappear. I need to get there's got to be a better system than this. I'm using StreamYard. Is your live show on the weekend? Yeah, I've been doing it every single day. So what I do is once I post the video of the day, I remove the previous live stream. I make it unlisted. If you still want to watch that live stream, you can always go to my Twitter, Facebook, and so on, because it's posted there. So you can still get in. It doesn't like disappear. It just disappears from the homepage. This is my attempt at making it a little better for the algorithm, but it hasn't worked so far. The performance is still quite bad. So basically I noticed like my videos, they do well, like when I post it the first 2 hours, and then just decline, and then nobody's watching it. By the evening time, so if I post it at 9:30 in the morning, by the evening time, there's almost 0 views. So to me, that's just weird. But maybe by then it's stale. People think it's stale information or something. I'm not sure. Don't change your fundamentals when it comes to these markets. Yes, yes. Thank you, Assange. Do you think they're running up the dead knowing they're going to reset the system? Yeah, I mean, I think they were doing it for so long. I think that's really what it's about. It's not necessarily the SDRs or the central bank digital currencies. I think that's just the next level. Okay, see what we got. Okay, I'm going as quick as I can, guys. Peter Schiff. Mark, I believe I said thank you. If not, thank you very much. Okay. I don't have a life, still sitting here reading about how to profit from this nonsense. So most of the money is going to be made on the way down. There's no doubt about it. Think about what happened in 2020. It took, like, when you think about this, so the how fast and how deep the stock markets fell in 2020, March 2020. How long did it take? A couple weeks, maybe, for that big drop to happen from the top to the bottom. And that was like erasing 2.5 years of gains. So imagine in 2 weeks you could make what happened in 2 years. That's the kind of thing, if you're prepared. So what do you got to do? Well, one of the things you got to start to figure out is number one, the fundamentals, like what's happened in the market. Hey, money GPS stuff. Once you understand the money GPS stuff, then you take it a level deeper and you start looking at technical analysis, because that's going to tell you what the market is actually saying on a deeper level. I tried to bring it up a few times. Not enough people are interested. I'll still talk about it, but certainly I didn't get a good response from it. I could tell you much more, but then once you get into that, then you can make some money, most likely. All right. Inflation is always transitory. That's what they say. Love your channel. Thumbs up every episode. If or when paper money is stopped or abolished, what happens to the cash that people have saved or hidden? They'll give you like a period of time. I'm sure they'll say like, for example, in Canada, they got rid of the $2 bill. They got rid of the penny or whatever. Like they give you like extended notice. Like next year, end of the year, we're going to be getting rid of this, moving it out of circulation, bring it to your bank, and they will deposit the money for you and so on. Like something like that could happen. Eventually we need a... You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Is a lack of supply of housing in Canada or oversupply of credit? It's oversupply of credit, my opinion. And when does the work from home become work from overseas, less wages? Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Hey, we have these people working here. Why do we need these people? We can get English speaking people that are working on the other side of the world making half the amount or less than half the amount. A lot of these countries, $4 US is a decent salary. Okay. A lot of talk about XRP in here. People are getting on that today. A literal party at David's place for 300 every night. Nice and cozy. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. 333 people in here right now. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit it. We got 4,700 people who have come in and out of the room. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank everybody for being here, for sharing the stuff. If you haven't already, check out, by the way, can't thank you enough for your content. Best wishes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just wanted to say that, if you haven't already seen this banner coming across, I'm posting new content every single day on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on, name the platform, you could find me there. And I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm using funny stuff. I'm using serious stuff. I'm using stuff about inflation. I'm doing all kinds that are the type of content that you can share with people. Okay, so this type of content is shareable, and that's the thing that maybe the Money GPS YouTube channel is not. But I'm creating all these things so that if you're on Facebook, for instance, and maybe you don't want to share a Money GPS 15-minute video, but you would share a little kind of funny little meme thing, and you would do that because you can kind of get your point across, but it's really lighthearted, and so that then people start seeing like, okay, well, what's this all about, and so on. So I'm trying to do that. Check me out at the Money GPS on all platforms. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, I lost the chat again. don't like this system. I really don't like it. Okay. Total surveillance state, 311 likes. Yes, more likes. We need more likes. Thank you for responding to me. I've been following your channel for almost 10 years. That's awesome. And I respect you for what you do. God bless. Keep up the good fight. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the comments. Thank you. Not allowed to talk about certain things on the channel. Just instantly demonetized and then banned is the next level. So you could talk about certain things, but within a week you're gone. Cheers with water. Does anybody think that's bad? That's bad luck? Thoughts on ever more aggression of China towards Taiwan? I think they've made it very clear that they're going to go in. More money GPS. I don't know how they can do it through a proxy or something. That's usually what they do what they do in the Middle East. So I'm not sure how that would work. The truthers are the 1%ers and the 3%ers, the old takers. In other words, come true channels like yours and mine need to be embraced because we genuinely do what we need to do because we care. Yeah, we got to help out those who are willing to listen. We're just showing the shit. Since you didn't answer my investigative journalism question, Dave. So I'm not sure what the question was. I'm answering so many questions, I can't keep up. All right. Going. We're already over an hour. I don't know how many questions I answer. I should. Man, you're not stale. You're being shadow banned. Yeah, thanks, Earl. Yeah, unfortunately. So, by the way, they don't have a term for shadow banned, but it's called lower authority, and there's like different levels. There's like different tiers. So if you have somebody that's like good in the books, then there's a much higher chance that they end up over me. Let's say you subscribe to me, you like me, you comment on my thing all the time. If that person has a higher authority level, they may actually be likely to pop up on top of me, despite the fact that you may interact with my channel more. It's like a tier-based system. TikTok has the same thing. If anybody needs help with their social media, if anybody wants to build a business, I'm going to do this because I know all the tricks and I've actually thought about maybe just creating another channel entirely, start from scratch. Maybe that's just easier to do. But anyway, if anybody wants to know how to do that, I'm going to start another separate business related to that. So if you are interested, send me an email. Okay. Silver market is way too big for some amateur Reddit bros. The short squeeze. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about the silver squeeze and so on. I'm not sure if it's actually they're capable of doing that. Particularly, it's the most, between silver and gold, they're the most manipulated assets on the face of the earth. When will the fundamentals finally kick in? After it's too late. So, like, there's always so much pain. Like, if you look at each crash has been, just look from 2000 up until today, each crash has been more exaggerated than the previous. And each rise has been more exaggerated too, which is just crazy. Keep it up. You give me some balance on my way into work, your channel, and some crypto that are too bullish. Yes, some things are certainly too bullish. Let's be honest, not stale. It's a bit repetitive. No offense. Are you referring to the channel? The channel's too repetitive? Well, I'm covering new, like, whatever your requests are, that's what I do. That's how I do it. It's the news. So then it's like the weatherman. If you lived in, like, I don't know, let's just say LA, and the weatherman reports 26, or I guess this is US, let's just say 80 degrees, 80 degrees, 80 degrees sunny, 80 degrees sunny, 80 degrees sunny. Is it too repetitive, or that's just the way it is, right? It's up to you to decide. Anthony, I can't put your comment on the screen, but I'll just read it out really quickly. Thank you for the support, by the way. Stock market is going to crash now. It's already starting. Watch the volatility explode as panic sets in. Sell now, and to cash, don't buy the dip. That's what Anthony is saying. We'll see if that happens. There's a lot of weakness out there. I'm not going to deny that. They've been buying up everything and anything, and with the Federal Reserve being consistent in their whole, hey, let's pump in a bunch of money, maybe. But when I talked about it back in April with the whole China credit impulse going negative, that has historically been extremely accurate on signaling a deflation. So we'll see. Thank you, Anthony. I came here for the truth. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to get to the bottom of the chat. I don't think it's possible. I don't know if there is a bottom of this chat, but thank you guys for coming on in to it. We are 1:05, an hour and 5 minutes into this. Have they checkmated themselves with the interest rate? So Walter, like I differ from a lot of people, and that's part of the reason why it's not a popular channel, is that I actually think they're doing all of this on purpose. It's not like, oh, they're trying to rescue the system because these are insiders and they want to protect themselves and they want to make sure that this stays elevated forever. I actually don't think so. I think they create crises on purpose so that they can have more control and more power and ultimately more wealth. You buy at the bottom because everybody's selling, and then you know what's going to happen. You know that they're going to restore it, but most people get shaken out during that process, and that's a big problem for them. Face is too close to the camera. Back it up. Back it up. No, my face can't go any further. I'll hit a brick wall if I do that. All right. Now I'm at the bottom of the chat again. What else is new? Anthony, that was your comment right there. Thank you. Thank you for that again. I lost so many comments again. This is just frustrating. But there's been a lot of comments today. I'll tell you right now. Trying to interview Peter Schiff. I will. I don't know how to contact him properly, though. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. I don't think I can get to the bottom of this thing. I came here with the truth. They will raise the debt ceiling. No worries. Yes. Looks like happens every time. Is the VIX really relevant anymore? As a trader, it is. There's signals, but in terms of like ultimately doesn't mean anything. No, it just shows you how people don't care. Debt ceiling to the moon. Yes, yes, yes. It's usually anywhere from 1 to 3 years before they tell all the zombies that the old stuff is now worthless. Yes. Inflation is always transitory because it's changing from one level to another. Yeah. Going down, going up, or whatever. It's always moving to some degree. Inflation is theft. I agree. There's no reason for it to exist the way that they do it. All right. Guys, thank you all for the questions here. So many. David, thanks for your work, sir. Great job. Keep it coming. Thank you. Thank you. Decaf, maybe, David? No way. No way. You got to get that nice blend. Arabica, Robusta. This is the coffee GPS. We're going to do a coffee. We're going to have a beautiful espresso. All right. An hour and still not at the bottom of the chat. I know. I'm headed to 50 likes. Speaking of likes, hit that like. Come on, you got to do it. There have been over 5,500 people in the room at some point. People have come and gone. And I just want to thank everybody who has come on in. I do this every night, and now we're already at an hour and 9 minutes. It's crazy. But I thank you for doing so. Thank you for doing so. Even if you're here for 5 minutes, you just pop in, see what's going on. It's a party up in here. I could bring some kittens on the screen if you are interested. Nobody's gonna stay an hour and 9 minutes if they didn't like me. So let's see if I can do that right now. Quickly. All right, there we go. A little bit of kittens. Let's do kittens for the rest of this. I gotta stay in for maybe 10 more minutes if I can, but you know how it works. What technical analysis part of the SPY would be a big indicator of an imminent crash, increase in volume on a large regular day? Yeah, volume is obviously something really important. I would look at, let me just bring it up really quickly, guys. Hurry. Share the screen. If I could do this. So I got the S&P right here. If you're looking at the S&P, in the shorter term, you have to address it as a short-term thing, okay? So look at it right here really quickly, and you would start to look at all of these different ones. So these are like the basics, okay? You're going to look at the 20-day moving average. You're going to look at the 50-day moving average. I also look at the Bollinger Bands, okay? So that's like a general, it gets a general sense of what's happening. But you can also look at the oscillators, the RSI, the slow stochastic, the stock RSI, and the MACD. These are all important for you to be looking at. When you get deeper into it, you need less indicators. But at the beginning, it's good to know what's happening and see how they move. So these are all things. But these are short term, right? Because things can change in an instant. Things can absolutely change in an instant. You see this right here. Bottom of the Bollinger Bands, right around this is the S&P 500, okay? It makes its way to the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, which is around the same as the 50-day moving average. Same thing that happened around July 20th or so. Same situations, right? You see this, makes it to the top of the Bollinger Bands. Hey, it doesn't make it past that. People understand, like they have to understand why these things are happening, because beyond all of the actual true factors that are happening in the markets, there are these, these forces that are here that are, manipulating this. You got the plunge protection team, you got the traders behind it, you've got the algorithms that are there, the trading algorithms and so on. Okay, so all of that's there. That's my just my 2 cents. The TradingView, that was TradingView that I use. What's the software you're using? Crank. So that's TradingView. There's a link there if you want to. You don't have to use my link, but there is a link. I think it gives you a discount. I could be wrong. I don't make a big deal about the affiliates and so on, but if it's there if you want it. Yeah, if you're interested, it's there. All right. Not shadow banned at all. Okay, good stuff. Teach me. Yes. That's what I'm here to do. All right. Going through palladium. Yeah, palladium. Never forget platinum and palladium. Whoever's like into gold and silver, always think about platinum and palladium too. It's a little different. I think that gold and silver is like should be more as part of the percentage of the total portfolio, but shouldn't be forgotten. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Coming and going. Coming and going. I just wanted to know, like the Federal Reserve, people are like, the Federal Reserve is going to maintain. By the way, is this like serious talk? But I've got the I got the kittens in behind here. I can't even. I think this is hilarious. I probably lost like 50 subscribers. So I think it's funny because the Federal Reserve comes out there like, hey, they're gonna save. You had on the cover of the Atlantic, you had Ben Bernanke. It said hero. I mean, it couldn't be any further from the truth. You got multimillionaires that they created. The Fed listens. We listen to you. We care about you. We care about you. We care. I mean, it's so crazy. It's like Darth Vader coming out there to help you out or something, right? But I guess he kind of switched sides, so who knows? Wells Fargo no longer giving personal lines of credit. What's say? Yeah, I think it's crazy. I really was shocked by that. I could understand, they're trying to get their more risky clients, get those out. Understandable. You want to reduce risk, but like to shut them all down, that's weird. I mean, internally in the company, something must be going on. Very helpful. Thanks. Appreciate that. Do you think the world will be in a better place with the new economy? I don't know what new economy is. It's looking worse. Things are definitely looking worse. I'll tell you that. I wish they had, there could be a real collapse. People would get prepared. Like, I wish it was like this. People get prepared. There's a real collapse. You make it through. It's a year long. It's a year and a half long. Like what happened in 1920. And then, hey, growth. We're back to it, right? But it's just not happening. You need moderators? I do. I know. We'll see. I don't want to ask anybody to do that. And then I obviously can't afford to pay anybody to do it. So at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. There's some financial advice right here if you guys want it. Stocks will go higher and higher. No question, apparently. Anyone who runs the Fed, anyone who doesn't run is a brave Fed. So just came in as the government trying to give more money to all Americans. Yeah, so what's happening is just a continuation, $120 billion a month. You're gonna have the interest rates continuously low. They basically said, talked out of two sides of their mouth, usual stuff. They've been doing the boom bust cycle for BreakView, become your own central banker, buy gold and silver. Shifted an interview with the channel, has like 10K subs, so you could probably do an interview. Okay, Raymond, if I can get him on, I definitely will. I'd be interested to talk to him. I read like 4 of his books many years ago. What do you think about BlackRock's buying homes and then renting them out? Yes, I did a video about that. And talked extensively about it. I think that, I just think it shows you what's happening. The big establishments have more and more control over the markets. They have more and more control over what happens in general. And it's just going to get worse. Have you talked about the eviction moratorium? Yeah, I think it'll be extended. Lavazza. The coffee GPS. Yes. Gotta get that. Money GPS. What about modern monetary theory? I don't like anything where a group of individuals, a nameless, faceless entity has control over anything that I have or I do or I want. Did I hear coffee? Brew some coffee. Yes. It's that time of night. Okay, Anthony's posting here. I can't show this because I'm going to lose all the chats. Kittens. See, I think I'm way behind. Invest in Pokemon cards, #1 media property in the world. Do you invest in collectibles? If so, what? Anthony, I don't talk about what I invest in here. There has been an extreme surge in collectibles, whether it's Pokemon cards, whether it's sneakers, like all these different types of things. And I think that people who know what they're doing could be making a lot of money from it. There's no doubt about it, and they already have. Absolutely. I just think that a lot of people will probably lose money. That's all. I wish it wasn't the case. But yeah. Like already people have made a killing with different collectibles. Mocha Java Espresso. Love your work. Thank you. Okay. I get up at 11 a.m. Don't work much or earn lows. Why am I complaining? Yeah. Leave us. Yes, I gotta leave. Oh, kitties. Yes, kitties. When do you expect the Fed to introduce the CBDC? Definitely not this year. I would be extremely surprised if it's in 2021. I think maybe next year, if anything. Keep informing the people. Thank you. How can BlackRock deleverage? Why would it even deleverage at all? You just take a bailout from the Fed. The Federal Reserve, I think the Federal Reserve is going to go in much deeper the next crash. I think that they'll just be right in there in the market buying up everything. They'll just buy up S&P 500 shares, pump the whole thing right up. Only 2 things you put in coffee, nothing more. Coffee's good for cats? All right. I don't know how that would work, if that's real, but that's a hyper cat. Is that UT Bone? Coffee. I think the only coffee, this is going to upset a lot of people. The only coffee is an espresso. Everything else is just diluted. It's like watered down coffee. Coffee is espresso, and you water it down, and you make a coffee. What you call coffee. That's it. This is just stocks. Who cares? Not sure what the reference is. Okay, guys, it's an hour and 20 minutes. The GPS has just been on here ridiculous. Wow. Paisano, how come we're not doing these live shows once a week or even more often than once a week. This is every day with the GPS. I memean, this is crazy. But people keep asking questions. I'm that type of person. You know, I can't just abandon. I can't just walk out. I gotta leave. I gotta do the video of the day. But I see all these questions, and people take the time to ask me the questions, so I want to answer them. This is it. About George Foreman. That make me a rebel. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Love the kittens. We're getting into these 15, 20-minute delay quality comments, but to be patient, I guess. Yes, I'm so far behind. And then as soon as I hit the bottom, it erases a bunch of the comments. I don't like cats, but I still pet them. All right, Craig. I have a line of credit, but for some reason, I've not been notified or have my account closed. See, thank you. Thank you for that information. See, I wanted to know from people what's actually happening because I've seen the articles. They're everywhere. Seen the videos talking about it, but what's going on with the people? What are they dealing with, right? That's what I want to know. I want to know what's the real deal. That's why, in my opinion, this is my extremely biased opinion, why the Money GPS is the best channel is because we're crowdsourcing all the information. Yes, I'm looking it up and this and that, but if you look at the comment section, it's fantastic. People are sharing, hey, what's the gas price in your area? Boom, 100 people are commenting what the gas price is. And this is like all over the world. Or, you know, what do you see in terms of inflation? I got people all over the world telling me prices of different things that they are experiencing in their personal lives. Like, you can't get that information elsewhere. You just don't get it. You just don't. Do you guys order their precious metals? Is it taking a month to receive it? LOL. Can anybody get anything for that matter? Yeah, is anybody experiencing anything going on with the delays in that regard? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Volunteer guys for the moderator? Yeah. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll have to do that. Agreed, GPS, a major reset is needed, but the feds won't allow it. So that's the difference. Like I actually think they're trying to create a bigger crisis. You don't want like a little crisis. If there was a little crisis every year, okay, it would cleanse the system out constantly, but it doesn't happen, right? You have these big swings up, big swings down. The companies are allowed to consume and consume and consume, and it's just, yeah. I think they created it on purpose. That's my opinion. An hour and 15 minutes, we got another kitten in the wall. That's right. Just another kitten in the wall. Do you think things will stay priced in dollars for the time being? Yeah, I don't think it'll take a new crisis for that to change, a big crisis. J6, thank you. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. There will never be a collapse. There will be a correction here and there, but it will always spike back up and go higher. Remember that. Take that to the bank. Take it to the bank. Thank you for interacting with your subscribers. I genuinely appreciate that. You're not only a teacher and educator, but ultimately you're helping people wake up one video at a time. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to do what I can with what I have. What are the most powerful people in the world? Who are the most powerful people in the world, and what are they doing and planning to do more videos about this? So I have to be extremely careful about what I talk about on the platform, but certainly, so you go to like the central banker level. So there's like government officials level, everybody, all the way to the very top of the government. You have that group, and then above that, you have like the central bankers. You have the biz, the IMF, the World Bank. You know, these groups are kind of on top, and then you go to like secret society levels where you'll have, the Club of Rome, you'll have the black nobility, you'll have the Illuminati groups and the Freemasons and like all these kind of secret societies, and they're all like loosely connected. And then you've got the think tanks like the CFR, the Trilateral Commission, and the Bilderberg type of groups. So like you've got all of that, and everything's kind of this. Like I personally don't see it as like necessarily like a pyramid, though. There are disjointed kind of levels. But so you've got like these groups, and then they kind of do their own thing. Okay? Each and every one is compartmentalized and so on. So those groups there have much more control than the kind of things that you see on TV and the suits and ties and that thing. Like don't ever think that that's anything real. They don't have any real control. You know, you can keep going higher up because you go to the royalty. They're quite high up on the list, but along with that, you know, there's a lot of groups and what they do in the shadows. Okay, so a lot of that exists in the shadows. That's about all I can get to for the details. If you look up like the different charts and the bloodlines, you'll see what's going on. Late again, love the kittens. Thank you, Susan. I'm just about to end this one. I said that probably an hour ago, and I said that half an hour ago, but here I am. But I definitely, honestly, do have to go. All right. I'm going to go for real, though. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you for the chats. Money GPS in general. I know you put more into this than you get out. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, I mean, what can I do, right? I'm trying to do my best with what I have here. Hopefully, this thing gets better. I'm trying to bring the kittens into this. But we'll see what we can do. Anyway, thank you very much for all your support today. I'm going to take off. I'm going to start working on the Money GPS video of the day. And hopefully you guys will watch it tomorrow. And that's it. Take care.